The month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, but there is another form of abuse that can go along with it. In the U.S., 1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 men have experienced some form of sexual violence in their life. PJ Walker shares the story of one woman who is using her traumatic past to help encourage others.
This is going to be somebody that your child knows. This is going to be somebody that your child trusts.
And for Edna Saylor, that was the case. Before the age of 12, she was molested by 5 different predators, or criminals, as she likes to call them. She says the only way she knew how to deal with what happened to her was to write.
When I was molested, when I had those bad things happen to me, I would run to a nearby alfalfa field. I would burrow down in the alfalfa field and cry or scream, and then when I felt okay or safe, then I would come out.
70 years later, Saylor says now she has the strength to help others heal as well. But before anyone can heal, they have to be aware.
The major reason I do is awareness and prevention, because if we can create a big enough orbit for people to understand what's going on, we can help prevent some of the instances.
Her book was released last year, and only then could she come to grips with what happened to her at a young age. Children and even adults that are affected by abuse or assault can see a lifetime of trauma from the events that happened to them years ago.
They start to have internal and external reactions. So what I mean by that is sometimes they may be more aggressive because they don't know how to explain what's happening to them or what they're seeing.
Any sort of abuse or violence should be taken seriously, and Ozuna says people can't talk about what they don't know.
Sometimes parents are worried about using the correct anatomy terms with their children and explaining to them that these are body parts, and if someone touches them, you can talk to us about it.
As for Edna, she will continue to be an advocate and push people to find their own alfalfa field.
Putting the pieces back together, and will the window ever look the same? It won't.
PJ Walker, KX News.
Saylor and Ozuna both say creating an open relationship with your children is important, and you should believe them if they are comfortable enough to come to you about being abused. You can visit our website, kxnet.com, for a list of hotline numbers for you or someone you may know.